somebody sent this to me. It's the best tasting candy I've ever had in my life. Now, don't take this the wrong way, because I got some for you, Alex. It's candy that tastes like fried chicken.
Really?
Now,
are you really offering fried chicken candy?
It has nothing to do with that.
Yeah, they didn't have any other flavors.
Watermelon. No. Take one out. It's delicious.
You know, you ain't fooling anybody.
What are you talking about?
When I walked in, some of our coworkers were talking about how nasty this was.
Well, who did that?
So you ain't gonna get me. But it does smell like fried chicken.
Could you hurry up? It's 8
I
o'clock.
can't. Well, it's hard to open.
You're like an old man. You can't open plastic. I
know
can't
you're
open
not
plastic.
talking. Oh, it really?
No, it's delish.
That's not what he said.
Put it.
I can't commit. Oh, it tastes like chicken. Like literally. Huh.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, it's
That's
8
not
o'clock.
bad. Was that supposed to be gross?
I thought it was disgusting.
Well.
It's 8 o'clock.
All right, this one's for the ladies. Actually, no, come close. This one's serious. Chivalry is right? It literally has to be, because I, as a 26-year-old single man who is now thrown back into the dating world, it just doesn't work. By the way, if you would give me a quick follow, I've got videos like this coming out every day. Like a week ago, for instance, I went out on a date with a girl and I got her flowers before the date. Mind you, first date, we don't really know each other all that well, and I showed up with a bouquet of roses for her. She acted as if it was some pain in the ass that she had to go back up to her apartment and put it into a vase like it was some chore. Or another thing, and this is something I've actually seen all over social media. If a guy were to open the door for a girl or hold the door for her, I've seen girls have conversations and try to say that, oh, I'm an adult woman, I can get the door myself. Which is just completely mind-blowing, by the way, because I've got dudes that hold the door for me all the time, and I say thank you. I fully get it's also gonna depend on the girl. It just feels like that old school, romantic, communicative relationships that used to exist just don't exist anymore. So yeah, leave some comments, let's have some conversations, let's talk, because I need to get to the bottom of this. I need to know.
How many times a week do you think I work out if I do work out? Or you can say you don't think I work out at all.
I don't think you.
Great.
I don't think you work.
I have a personal trainer. Great. I have a personal trainer. I go to the gym 5 times a week. I can bench and lift and do all the fun things up to 200, 220
Just
pounds.
curious, when did you start? Like when did you
I've been working out my whole life. And sometimes I do it to lose weight. Sometimes I do it just to be strong. I have 6 godchildren, and they don't care how I look. They just care if I can keep up with them. They quite love my stomach. They think it's fun. They think it's the cutest thing. My little goddaughter looks at me and you look at them and you just immediately assume they don't work out, when in reality, I could probably run past these 3 ladies on a track right now. I can bend.
Oh, man, what the man? Get your song, man.
So Vogue put out an article that says that women are now, quote, embarrassed to have boyfriends.
Yeah.
According to the Fashion Bible, having a man in your life is seen as cringe and culturally loser-ish. They're writing it on the point of view that women are so independent now and they make their own money and they're such girl bosses. Their argument is all men add to our life is just chaos and confusion and heartache. I don't need a man because I have already everything for myself. That was the argument they're making. It's making men look completely useless, which in my opinion is completely wrong. It's very feminist forward, yeah. She claimed that being with a man is now almost a guilty thing to do. It's awful because, yeah, are there men out there? 100%. Are there women out there? 100%. The way that they're making men sound in this article is that they're completely incompetent and they add no value to a female's life. And that's what kind of ticked me off. Yes, there's bad men, but there's a ton of great men.
I think this generation of dating men, women is so different than how it was before.
And you got to understand, man, with the way that you out here talking, with the way that you out here acting, with the way that you out here thinking that you're just going to talk crazy to a man, treat a man like he's dirt, a man is not going to pursue that. There's no reason for him to. There's no reason for him to get up out of bed every morning, having a great day, might have had a great night with his friends, just to come up to you. You got an attitude. And the only way that attitude is going to leave is if you have more cowbell.
When you get your together, bro, they all submit. They all cook. They all clean. They're all freaks. They're all understanding. They all want to support you. So if you're out here and you're dealing with women who just treat you like you're less than, it's probably because you are, bro. If you're dealing with women who give you a gang of attitude, it's probably because you are not where you need to be in life. Because one thing about a woman that knows that she has a man that has his ish together, she also knows that she's expendable. She knows that his tolerance for is dirtball low. Am I saying that she can't have an opinion? Absolutely not. Of course you get with somebody who respects you and loves you. But the things that you can do to a broke man and a weak man, you cannot do to a man that has his together. You just can't do it. He will not allow it. He's not going for it. Why? Because he knows that for a majority of everything that a woman brings to the table, he can pay for it. And all of the women that he comes in contact with is going to treat him the way that he wants to be treated, or they can treat yourself the out the door. Am I lying?
What do women want?
Money.
Just money.
Just money.
You really believe that?
Yes.
100%.
And 100%.
Tell me why you think that.
Because most of the ladies that I have met, they want money.
Do you have money?
Yes, why not?
Are you rich?
Not much.
Okay. So then you don't get the ladies?
No, I can get.
And then they find out you're not rich and they're like, oh.
No, it's okay. No. A lot of them, they are interested, but I will stay far away because I feel they want money.
All women?
Yeah.
Maybe you need to meet a rich woman.
No.
Why not?
No, I'm not interested in this. Again, I will explain it to you.
Yeah.
Okay? So today, let's say you have money.
Okay.
Okay? And I have money.
Okay.
But in the future, maybe you will not have money. But I will continue with you, no problem, because I will be the provider.
Okay.
But if you have money and I have money, and in the future I don't have money, you will not continue with me.
Oh, I don't know if that's true. I have a lot of girlfriends that have some broke husbands.
Y'all, just when I think that women can't get any more delusional, I run across a creator that proves me wrong. She was talking about how men don't know how to lead anymore and that a woman's world needs to be shaken up. That a woman needs that constant thrill. I don't know, Jessica, if you need a constant thrill, go watch a Netflix series. And she also said a man who is out there financially providing a roof over the head, paying the bills, it's now the bare minimum. Did you know that? So now a man that provides peace and stability is now looked at as boredom. Honey, you're not bored, you are dysfunctional. And what that also tells me is you are depending on a man to fill a void that you need to fix. And boredom happens when you lose gratitude. And in this video, all I heard was me, I. And the part that confuses me on all this is these women will cry, oh, I want a masculine man. I want a provider. I want to protect her. And then you have it right in front of you and then you get bored with it and then you toss it to the side and move on to the next toxic dysfunction that brings you that thrill because you need to do the inner work. I'm going to go tag her video in my story and y'all can go watch it and let me know what you think.
Western men are going abroad to find traditional wives. Translation: women here have developed standards. So now we're importing compliance? Cool. Love that for global relations. And I like how they say traditional, as if that doesn't just mean less likely to question me. Women in America have money, opinions, information, and suddenly it's, maybe I'll try a different country. Also, quick question. If you have to leave your entire country to find someone who will tolerate you, is the problem geography or you? And the fantasy is always, she'll be sweet, soft, feminine. Yeah, until she gets Wi-Fi, a group chat, and standards. Because here's the twist. Women everywhere are people, even internationally. And the part that's actually funny, you don't want traditional, you want unexposed. Someone who hasn't learned yet they're allowed to say no. Yet. This isn't about love, it is about control. And you flew across the world to avoid becoming someone a woman with options would choose. Economy class, too.
I hate women that say "as you should." As you should. I think there's like a, I don't know. I think there's like a sense of entitlement there. Like if I like pull out the chair or whatever, or like pay for dinner, like I know I should be doing that, but like to address it is like kind of like, and everyone in the comments is like, "That's the bare minimum." I'm like, yeah, you're a cornball. That's definitely not that.
He's 100% on point. He is. Who the wants to do something so kind for somebody that's expecting you to do it? No one. I want women to understand that this is literally the same as you getting in the kitchen, cooking up a really nice meal for your man, and then he just comes to you and he's like, as you should. Yeah, this is bare minimum. You should be cooking me meals. You're not gonna like that very much, are you? You're gonna just refrain from doing it. You're just gonna be like, yeah, this shit. You don't appreciate me. You cooked him a meal because you wanted to cook it for him. But now you don't, because he expects this out of you. It's the same. It really is.
And honestly, you know, modern women be like, why am I not being asked out? It's because, honestly, men are having, with a lot of these young ladies, men are having to ask. Men are having to beg for the bare minimum. I'm having to beg for softness. I'm having to beg for, you just showing some type of interest. I'm having to beg for you to say that you even like me. I'm having to beg for you to say thank you. While you expecting me to buy you all of these gifts and wine you and dine you and all that stuff.
Men are 9 times more likely to commit suicide after a divorce. This literally kills men.
Yeah, exactly, because men actually benefit from marriage more than women do. And when you look at the statistics of like post-divorce mental health outcomes, men have worse mental health outcomes than women. Women are typically happier after divorce. And so if you want to argue that marriage disproportionately benefits women, like that's not true.
I'd be pretty unhappy too if I was on child support or alimony and I had a hard time seeing my kids.
And you had to support your children. What a hard life.
Well, you understand that it's not taxed. So the problem is they take over 50% of the man's income. So they have to pay taxes on the stuff they're giving her and take half of his paycheck.
To support his children that he wants to be involved in their lives.
Right, but it wasn't his choice because women leave the majority of the time.
It is his choice to relinquish his parental rights if he wants
to. What I'm saying is many men want to be married and they want to be an involved father and they want to stay with the mother of their children. Mm-hmm. My point is if she makes the decision to leave, she should pay for it. If you want to leave, that's totally fine, but you should pay to raise your kid.
Call men stupid in every possible way that you can. As time went on, I learned the way to make music. You write what speaks to you, and you write the music that you want to listen to yourself. Call men stupid in every possible way that you can. Let's call men stupid again. Kid.
This very reason, there are very few artists that I will allow my daughter to listen to. Sabrina Carpenter is definitely not one of them. Dua Lipa is one of them. Snow the Product, no problem. Probably the only female rapper that my daughter can listen to. Not listening to Taylor Swift. She's not listening to Olivia Rodrigo. She's not listening to any of these women who make music for girls who beat their boyfriends and then blame their boyfriends for it. Sorry. I already hear the feminists already. Oh my God, you're so controlling. You're so weird. But if I sat up here and I was like, I'm not going to let my son listen to music that blatantly disrespects women, y'all would be like, yay! And that's true. I'm not going to allow him to listen to that. But for some reason, society finds it perfectly fine when we teach little boys how to treat women. But once we start teaching little girls how to treat men, then it's a problem.
Why do girls like going out so much? Why do they go to the clubs and stuff?
Oh, that's simple. Because they get men to pay for things. In other words, they get free stuff.
Because girls can go out with $0 and get wasted without having to pay a dime.
Is that really something to brag about? Going out and getting wasted on someone else's dime. It's almost like there's a lot of women out there that just use men for what they can get out of them.
And they don't have to pay for a drive back. Someone will buy them an Uber. Some guy in the club will buy them an Uber. Someone.
It's almost like some women don't see men as people. They just see them as walking ATMs.
They'll probably end up getting fed as well. With $0. All they had to do was get cute. Stop complaining about the
It's really embarrassing to be a woman sometimes, because the saddest part about this is that there's a rather large group of women out there that actually encourage this type of behavior and praise each other for doing this.
Just a reminder, they're essentially using mainly men for what they can get out of them. Since when was being a user of people something to be proud of?
I'm about to go to the nail salon. Can you just cash at me $350?
$350? Yeah, $350.
I gotta get my nails done.
I must look like a goofy or something to you.
What you mean?
$350? I'm not doing that. $350 for nails. I've already been paying all the dates. And I know no nails don't cost no $350 anyway. I don't know where
My
you
nails
came up.
and my toes. I'm getting a full set and a pedicure.
But y'all want IG models. Yeah, that's a lie. I ain't doing that right now.
Anyways, can you just cash at me, please?
Why you saying anyways? I just told you no.
Are you serious? Are you acting in front of them or are you for real?
Nah, what you mean? Like that's wife stuff. Like I don't not just coming out of the pocket for nails, bills, dates. You want me to pay for everything.
Oh, so you really not finna, like, you really gonna do this in front of them?
$350 ain't much.
$350 ain't much.
Give her the money for the nails.
See, that's why me and you don't go together. Yeah, you give it to her. I ain't got it.
Oh, well, if you don't have it, just say you don't have it, babe.
I don't got it for you.
And, you know, a lot of these modern women are upset that men aren't really asking them out anymore. You know, it seems like, you know, when I was in my 20s or my early 30s, men seem to be asking me out. They seem to be more interested. What's going on? And even in your mid 20s, right? You might not have as many men or the men that you want asking you out. Well, if you don't have the men asking you out that you want, that might have to do with how you present yourself. Number one. Number two, if you have men asking you out, but not as frequently, then, you know, that might just be them. But it also might be that, you know, a lot of these men feel like maybe the juice isn't worth the squeeze. I gotta sit up here and I gotta, honestly, I gotta tap dance. I gotta perform. What are we doing here? Do you like me or not?
Women who don't want to submit to a man because they're afraid of being controlled are the women who are controlling their man. And what they're really afraid of is losing that control. That's what submission is. It's surrendering control. Yielding to the leadership of your man does not mean blindly following orders and letting them boss you around. But the reason that women think that's what submission means is because that's how men have treated women in the past. But now women are the ones dominating their men and then complaining that they're not masculine enough. The minutia of it can be as mundane as my partner telling me, hey babe, can you pick up some eggs on your way from work? And submission would look like, yeah babe, what else would you like? What masculine women do is they challenge the leadership of their partner. Why do I have to do it? Why can't you do it? Or they criticize and challenge every decision they make. Masculine men will not put up with that type of behavior. Whether it's healthy masculinity or wounded masculinity, there's too much of the same energy going on. So if you want your man to be masculine, you have to be willing to drop that defensive masculine shield that pushes people away.
I think both men and women need to understand the concept of healthy submissiveness. For men, over-assertiveness, imposing your will without considering her, I run this, you fall in line because I'm the man, that ain't it. Because I honestly believe women are smarter than men. Men don't me, just my own opinion. But women are naturally equipped to do things that men aren't, like nurturing children, situational foresight, situational awareness, being able to read emotions, things that heavily impact decision making. So I'm like, babe, I need you more than anyone to help me steer this ship because you can see things that I can't. And I acknowledge that and I respect that. But there will be times I'll need to step up and make decisions. And I need you to trust that I'm doing it for us instead of for my own self-interest. Look me in the eyes and communicate. I may not understand it, but I trust you to lead us and I'll stand behind you. Healthy submissiveness. It's a thing.
Telling women they're going to be alone if they don't lower their standards is not the threat you think it is, because a lot of women hear that and they're thinking, you promise? What so many men fail to realize is that women do not need men to build happy, fulfilling lives. There's a reason you don't hear much about a female loneliness epidemic, even though loneliness is not gender specific. Men and women are both increasingly decentering each other, but the difference lies in where they are shifting their focus. Women are typically much better at building and maintaining community support networks and strong friendships, whereas men are withdrawing inward into isolation and anger and bitterness. And rather than improving themselves, men are blaming women for the fact that they don't get credit for mediocrity anymore. Women are picky because they get to be. Because they have more options and more empowerment than at any point in recorded human history. I'm not saying we've achieved full gender equality, don't get me wrong. But the point being, women get to raise their standards as they gain more independence. And as men, we can either rise to the challenge to meet those standards, or we can buy into the red pill narrative, which essentially tells men it's okay to be a person and it's women's fault if they don't accept you for it.
Men do not like whores. Let me make this very simple. They may sleep with a whore, they may hang out with a whore, but they will not wife a whore. Okay, you guys look for the exception of the rule to try to make it the rule, and that's what you guys were looking for in Megan Thee Stallion, and it is just not reality. The fact of the matter is, you cannot make music speak about men like they are nothing, twerk all day and think that any man in this world is going to take you serious, let alone make you a wife. And it's only Black women that have this mentality. They think that because a woman is rich and because she's beautiful, that she's automatically of value. I'm so confused. I don't understand what goes through you guys' brain. You don't understand morals, values, integrity. Those things matter, not just money. I know in your little bubbles, everything is about money, but in everyone else's world, it is not. And until you guys are able to grasp basic concepts and actually listen to men when they tell you what they like and they don't like, you guys will continue to be losers.
And modern women, they get wrapped up in this fantasy where they want men to continue to beg and plead and, like they say, carry out a boombox or something like that in a window at 12 o'clock at night. I guess it would be midnight. So, and wake up the whole neighborhood with a boombox. So I really love you, playing slow jams and, baby, baby, stay with me, and all those other love songs that, one guy had like a TikTok or something like that to where he was essentially saying, he was kind of, poking fun at some of these R&B songs where women say, oh man, where are the men who yearn? And the songs they were talking about, men yearning in, the men had cheated. I did you wrong. I cheated on. And the women love that. Men are just saying, no, that's not me, man. That's not me. I don't do that type of stuff. I don't get involved in that type of stuff. Number one. Number two, it ain't no reason for me to continue to try to prove myself and try to, every single time, it's always me having to say sorry. It's always me having to apologize because I'm always the one doing wrong. You never take any accountability, man.
That women don't actually care about yearning, or it's toxic for women to yearn, whatever the hell. Okay, are you guys dumb? You can yearn for something, and when it's not requited, take the L and move on.
Yeah, bro. Plenty of people have taken the L and moved on. And you know what that means? Moving on to worrying about themselves, taking care of themselves, having fun with themselves, and not really worrying about dating or women in general. Once you open your eyes up and realize that some guys just don't have to put no effort into anything, women just like them just because they're them, then it immediately just makes you just stop. It's like, why am I doing all this effort? Why am I doing all of this, all of this, all of that? When some people can just snap their fingers, give a nice little look, and then immediately just have everything to their fingertips. Then you'll go online, the constant videos of women making fun of these dudes who are yearning and wanting them and all that type of stuff, because guess what? They don't really want them. So they turn them into some type of little using machine that they can use for whatever they need, emotional validation, money, etc., etc. Logically, if you're a guy who isn't above average, why the fuck would you just, what's the point? It's better to focus on yourself, make yourself the best version you can, and then eventually she'll find you if she wants you.
I'm doing all the work. I'm working every day. Can I get some extras? No, I come home to you and the kids. Everything you have is provided. Everything is taken care of already. What extra you need? Ungrateful and it's selfish.
I wasn't trying to upset you. I was just...
We passed that. You wasn't trying to, but you brought this again. So how are you not trying? It feels deliberate.
It wasn't deliberate.
Shit, it sounds on purpose as fuck right now. You need something for yourself. What you need for yourself that you don't already have. Provide and protect, right? I'm holding on my end of the bargain, but you need more? You need some more.
This is your boy, comedian Corey Holcomb, here to help you with things that they don't teach you in college, things that there really is no place where you can learn the important things in life. All right, let's start. Number one thing, your girl. If you have a woman that has the audacity to ask you where you been, do you really love me? Any questions of aggression. If your girl has any questions of aggression for you and you give her money, this is what you're supposed to do. Erase the out your life, guaranteed. Don't waste your time, dog. I, Corey Holcomb, comedian, #1 player information giver in the game. Let's start. Today we're going to talk about this. Top 5 reasons your get in the bed stanking. Top 5 reasons your get in the bed stanking.
No, it's funny because I'm 25, I'm about to be 26, and I want a girl that's in her 30s, and I know all the 30-year-olds, all you 30s and 30 and above, you want a 25 young legend like me or 26. It's like, we both want the same thing. So why don't we go ahead and let's get this started. I feel like now I'm gonna enter a new era. I wanna go into my 30s era. Because the girls that are in their 20s in the market, I think there's a lot of things to work on. I'm not saying I'm the greatest at everything that I do, but it's just that I think I'm into older women because you guys just know what you want. You're settled, you know, you're ready, and you look good. And you're just set, like you're on the go. Like you're not with the, you feel what I'm saying? Like you're already old, you're too old for the games. You feel what I'm saying? And I like that. You're too old for the games. And I'm too young for the games. I already did the games. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, I want to enter my 30s era. And I feel like that could be a better approach because it's like, yeah, I feel like me with like a 30-year-old is better than me being with like a 27, 28-year-old. It's like, what are we doing here?
Can't turn a hoe into a housewife. Okay. But women are supposed to turn felons, cheaters, and liars into kings?
Ma'am, no one said that you had to be with a felon. Why are y'all out here trying to be with felons? Y'all so desperate to be in a relationship, y'all pulled a Ash Rubino and decided to hang around county jails and state prisons looking for a man? Maybe y'all trying to lock those inmates down before the other girls meet them outside of the prison and the county jail by doing congregational visits. You're getting pregnant, having twins, and finding out that guy lied to you. Because he's really getting out in 25 years, not less. What happened to I know my worth? I'm not settling for bare minimum. I'm not lowering my standard. What do you think felons are? Last but not least, no one said that women had to turn felons, liars, and cheaters into kings. Y'all established it by saying, I can change him. Yeah.
My male audience, please come to the front, come to the front. I have a question for you because I saw this video and I thought, is she onto something or is this?
Here's a hard pill to swallow for intelligent women. You are not the average male's ideal woman. You are not the majority of men's ideal woman. You are kind of like a muse. You make the man think, you say things that never enter his consciousness on a day-to-day basis. You become an object of study. You are intellectual. You are deep. You are dense. He's sitting there in awe that a woman could surprise him.
Now, I think she might be, because as an intelligent woman, I'd like to think of myself as an intellectual and not just well-educated, because I do think those are two separate things. I've never gotten a negative reaction from men because of my intelligence. I think women that do tend to be more pretentious than anything else, like projecting their intelligence by trying to make it seem like they're a lot smarter than they really are. And that could really throw men off. Or do some men just like being around the stupid girls because it helps them feel smarter? Let me know. I'm curious.
I finally told my boyfriend what my body count was, and now we're not together. I understand some people don't like their partner's body counts, and
This is unequivocally the boyfriend's fault, okay? Even if you care about body count, you'll see where I'm coming from here. For one, her body count was less than 20. And if your body count's less than 20, your V card is practically intact. Second of all, this was 6 months into the relationship. 6 months. If body count is something that you care about so much, why are you waiting 6 months to ask that question? And then why, when they tell you a body count that is not crazy, are you leaving? But 6 months in, you know this person. You know how they operate. You know if you like them. You know if you don't like them. You know how they carry themselves. You know if they're a respectable person. And this is what I don't understand about the body count people. How is her body count being over 10, less than 20 is what she said? How does that take it away? Like somehow this person's amazing to you, but everything you liked about that person disappears when you find out their body count. It makes no sense, okay? It's insecurity, it's ignorance, it's just pure foolishness. And again, in this context specifically, waiting 6 months and then finding out that their body count is less than 20 but over 10 and freaking out and leaving them, pathetic, bro.
If a dad said, you can't see your kids until you do what I say, he'd be called. If he kept his kids from their mom out of spite, he'd be labeled toxic, controlling, unfit. But when a mom does it, they call it protecting the kids. They call it a mother's instinct. If a dad breaks down crying in court, they say he's unstable. If a mom does it, oh, that's a mother's heartbreak. If a dad lies in a report, he's a criminal. If a mom lies, she's emotional. You see the pattern? The system doesn't want equal parents. It wants a villain and it wants a victim. And too often, the father's already chosen as that villain before that story even starts. We're not asking for sympathy. We're asking for the same grace, the same belief, the same benefit of the doubt. Because being a father doesn't make you dangerous. It makes you responsible. Follow me, because we're building something great and I want you to be a part of that. Tell me your story in the comments. Read every single comment. You don't have to do this alone. I got you.
You know, a lot of these modern women don't really understand that it seems like in the dating market, or, you know, the way it's going, because you're asking, where are the good men at? How come I can't find a good man? Well, it seems like for a lot of these good men, they're stable. They're the stable men. These men are involved in their community, but you want excitement. You want somebody that is going to shock your system. You want somebody that's going to make you feel alive and send you to the moon for a night. Problem is, with that good man, he's going to take you to the moon. It might take a little bit longer to get there. You might not go straight up and come back down. See, what y'all like to do is get on these rides. Hey, make it quick for me. All the way up, all the way down. All the way up, all the way down. And y'all keep on chasing that high. Oh, yeah, this is too fast. Modern women are modern day drug dealers. Drug dealers of dating. Well, you know, you have a lot of drug dealers who have talked about, man, I'm getting that fast money. Trying to work a stable job, but you know, it's just not, the money ain't fast enough. And they go back out there and they start selling it again. Modern women are that same way. Oh, I can't do nothing but a good man, a stable man. I gotta go out there and get that fast attention. I gotta go out there and get that fast validation. I need somebody to give me right now. Chad and Tyrone give you exactly what you're looking for, but then you still sitting by yourself at Thanksgiving and Christmas. So what did you really gain?